Hey viewers, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to do something completely left field. I'd like to share with you a photo that I took in 2004 of a distant object. Now I believe it is Saturn. It's nothing exceptional. However, given the basic gear I used to capture it, I'm actually quite proud of it. So here is the photo. Now please don't laugh, and more importantly, don't look away. So when I first looked at this on the LCD of my camera, it was a tiny speck. It was quite disappointing, but it wasn't until I zoomed in on my PC that I was quite amazed and quite proud of this photo. So let's just zoom in a bit more. As you can see, there seems to be some kind of what I believe is called atmospheric dispersion. It's blurry, there's no detail, and it's nowhere near the thousands upon thousands of other Saturn photos out there. But as I said, given the gear that I use, I'm quite amazed I was able to capture this. So let's take a look at the equipment. Here is the telescope. It's a kids or entry-level telescope, Australian Geographic Discover telescope. It's 60mm scope, so not really suitable for viewing distant objects. It works okay with, say, the moon, but certainly not taking astrophotography. Now here is the scope out of the box. Now that's not my specific one, but that's what it looked like. The tripod is quite wobbly, and the mechanism for locking the scope into position, so there was this handle where you turn it and it will tighten it, and there was another knob that you turn to tighten it as well. Now that was quite rigid and quite finicky to use. So I would try and use the finder scope up here to locate the object, so in this case Saturn, and then look through the eyepiece and try and center it. And once I centered it, I would lock it in. The problem is, after I tightened them, it would almost like it was flexing, and then the object is no longer in view. So I had to fiddle around and try and line the object with the bottom of the view, and then once I tightened it, hope that it would be somewhat centered. And the problem with that too is if I accidentally bump the telescope or kick the tripod, it would just put it all out of whack, and I had to redo it again. So it was very, very rickety, very annoying to use, I have to say. So that was challenge number one. Number two was the camera. This is what I used. It's a Canon Ixus 400. This is an ultra compact. It's also known as an S400 digital ELPH in other countries. And it was released in 2003, if I remember. And you can see the dimensions 87 by 57 millimeters. That is the size of my credit card. I believe it has a 3x zoom, and it was 4x a digital zoom as well. It was great for family pics and just general snaps, but certainly not for astrophotography. Now here, this is just showing you some of the EXIF data, just to prove to you it's a Canon digital Ixus 400. Sure, I could edit this, but please take my word for it that I haven't. This is the original information. Now, the third thing that made this even more amazing that I was able to capture this is that I didn't use any adapter to connect the camera to the scope. So in the end, I just had to manually try and line up the camera with the eyepiece. I removed the 90-degree prism here, and I had a Barlow lens and then the eyepiece inside of that, and I just had to try to get it into position and not touch the lens, because if I bumped it, everything would shake. I could move it out of position. I had to start all over again. So was this supposed to be even possible? Let me know in the comments if you have taken a photo which you thought would never be possible, but somehow you were able to take it. I was quite amazed, and that's why I'm proud of it. It's not a fantastic quality photo, but nonetheless, for me personally, it's a keeper. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this somewhat interesting, and we'll see you on the next video.